lot of people that are coming through the criminal justice system have some sort of mental illness and almost always have some sort of substance abuse coexisting. It's a challenge that we face, and how do we better provide services to those that are struggling while they're in our care? How can we connect them to services? And more importantly, how can we continue that care once they leave our custody? Continuation of care is really the focal point of where we lie. If there's not a warm handoff to their next appointment, to that next service provider, the chances of them falling back into the system, it's a struggle. The Tippecanoe County Opioid Task Force is made up of several people from across the spectrum of profession, from the medical profession to the mental health profession, law enforcement, service providers, hospitals, peer recovery. I mean, it runs the gamut. United Way actually reached out and asked if I'd be willing to come participate in the early meetings. I could tell their interest and their passion for wanting to bring people to the table, that I knew that their motive behind doing this was not self-serving. It was holistic in nature. It was going to be, this is for the betterment of the community. Every now and then you need a guiding hand to steer you in the right direction, or to make you think about something from a different perspective than what you might be looking at it. And I think that's where United Way really played a pivotal role. The quick response team goes out into our community, talks to those people that have overdosed, or talk to family that of loved ones that have overdosed, and try to connect them to services as quickly as possible after that event. We need to make sure that we're doing everything we can to reach those people that are struggling, and QRT is truly at the front lines. The task force has grown exponentially from when I first began. When you have growth in a task force, that means you're doing things right, and we're doing things right. This epidemic affects families. A family that's affected by this, that has those young children that are starting into early schools, how we're going to form and shape that person's lives. When you get everybody that is focused on solving a problem, that want to solve it for the right reasons, and not because they want their name in the marquee, because they want to take credit for it, but because they know that it's a problem that we as a community can either bury our head in the sand about, or we can rise above and be the model that everybody across the state and maybe across the nation look at and say, what is Tippecanoe County doing, and how can we emulate what it is that they do? The cradle to career commitment is being able to take somebody from infancy through adulthood, and no matter what their struggles and no matter what walk of life that they're coming from, that there's a successful path that they can take. Your donation, no matter how small, has such a huge impact. The work that is being done within the community because of the dollars donated to United Way is so far-reaching and is so impactful. It's hard for somebody to even grasp the impact that you can have on a person's life, on the quality of life that they have, the quality of life within our community, to be the gold standard in which all communities want to be like us. That's what your donation goes toward. I can't think of a better organization who steers resources to those places that so desperately need it to fight all the things that we're fighting for.